I don't actually know how to start this video. And I'm not normally one to be camera shy. But hello, I guess this is my YouTube channel. I've been told on several occasions that I'm somewhat interesting. Some of you may know me as someone who plays on the professional squash tour. Some of you may know me as one of the family members that owns Sport Health and Fitness, which is my family's gym in Rows-on-Sea, North Wales. We're right on the coast, so right at the very top of North Wales. And some of you may know me just from social media. I've had that before, where I actually met someone at a Starbucks on the A494. It's like a services where there's just a Starbucks and a Subway. And this guy was like, "Oh, is your name Emily?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh yeah, I've seen you on Instagram." My dad was with me and he said, "Oh, from like her squash or PT videos." And he was like, not anything in particular, just Instagram." So that's something you may know me from as well. So my name's Emily, Emily Whitlock, but a lot of you may know me as Em. A lot of my social media handles are just M Whitlock. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and now I'm on YouTube. So I don't really know where this is going to go, but I'm making the first step in just uploading a little intro video because that seems to be the way to get the ball rolling. So I just thought I'd bite the bullet and not put off uploading that first video any longer. Oh, excuse me. Do we like this cup, by the way? My brother got me this for, it was not for Christmas, but it was around Christmas time. It's so cute. And when it gets to the bottom of the cup, it says "'tis the season," but the apostrophe's in the wrong place. So that annoys me a little bit. But anyway, moving on. So I just thought while I'm having my morning coffee, I thought I'd just introduce myself. So my name's Emily, Emily Whitlock, or some of you might know me as M Whitlock. M should just be my name, to be honest. Everyone calls me M, but if you don't know me, you can mistake my name for being Emma, which is fine. No, it's Emily. I'm 31 years old. I know I look about 15, but I am 31. I've been playing squash since I was 9 years old, and I've been playing on the professional circuit since I was 18. So I actually finished school. I didn't do what a lot of people do, where they just sort of skip school. And I didn't go into the US college system either. I turned down a scholarship from Harvard so that I could play tournaments, because as a European in an American school at the time, it wasn't as flexible as it seems to be now in terms of foreigners being able to play tournaments and playing almost like a full calendar, which is great, but at the time it wasn't an option for me. So I decided to take advantage of having a young body once and play a load of tournaments. But for my whole life, so since I was 2, my parents bought a squash club in Rows-on-Sea. Rows-on-Sea is like a little part of the Bay of Colwyn. I'm from Colwyn Bay, which is a little town in North Wales, right on the top of the coast. And our gym is in one of the little districts of Colwyn Bay. It's a fishing village, essentially. It's not really where a big gym's supposed to be, but it was a squash club originally. It was a 7-court facility. Now it's a 1-court facility and mostly gym, because squash is dying. And since COVID, since 2020, we managed to get in where there was no members training and start painting and refurbishing and moving things around, as we've wanted to lay it out for ages. But, you know, it was difficult when people were in the way. So since 2020, our gym, Sport Health and Fitness, has just gone to a whole other level. You can check us out on Instagram on @Sport Health and Fitness, just all lowercase, all one word, no punctuation in there. And that's what I've been doing my whole life. So essentially I work full time at the family business, but I've also trained full time for squash as well. I wouldn't say I was a professional squash player, seeing as I don't earn any money from squash. That's not where my income comes from. You very rarely make income purely from squash. So I do work at the family business, but again, that's not really like a typical means of earning money either, because I don't really know what I earn from that. I just work there, and we're able to pay to have staff and get new equipment and revamp the whole building. So anything that we make goes back into the business. I've been a qualified personal trainer since I was, gym instructor since I was 18, PT to do one-to-one since I was 21. And then I did my level 3 in COVID. Again, it was like a refresher kind of course. I just wanted to make sure I was fully up to speed with particularly taking distanced sessions and making sure I was not just being one of those people that did something as a side hustle, hopefully making money in COVID. I just wanted to make sure I really knew what I was on about. But I think because I posted about being a personal trainer in 2020, I think a lot of people think I've been that since then. No, I've been doing it for as long as I've been able to at my family's gym. But I don't work set hours. I'm just kind of fitting everything around my training. You know, I'm trying to pursue my squash properly. But I have struggled with injuries. So yeah, that's been a whole thing to deal with. Recently, I've been coming back from a foot injury. So last summer, I dislocated my cuboid bone. And we think I actually had a stress fracture in my foot as well. I don't even know how it happened, just clumsily went over my foot during my semi-final match at Nationals in August. And then since then, only up until about 5 weeks ago, I've been recovering from it. And it's been a bit of a trial and error process. I've tried to play some tournaments, it hasn't gone very well. I've tried to do some training as I would pre-injury, and it's gone okay, then it's gotten worse. So I feel like now, at this moment in time, I've been home for 5 weeks and I've been able to train as if I haven't had an injury. So I feel good now. My current world ranking is at the lowest it's been, probably not since I started playing, because you start at the bottom, but I'm ranked 40 in the world now. It's not bad, but I've been a lot higher. And it's only as a result of this injury, really, that's made my ranking go down. And with the way the rankings work on the PSA Squash Tour, it's very difficult to instantly climb your way back up. So we're looking at 6 to 12 months of no freak accidents or injuries, no illnesses, and very nice draws, because that's not something that I naturally get in tournaments. I tend to get really crap draws. So if everything goes quite well, then I can progress quite quickly. But if everything goes against me, like it has done over the last 5 years, then I could stay where I'm at, but I'm playing some of the best squash that I've played in my life. So it's going to be a really interesting time. I have been ranked as high as 12 in the world, but I think 12 in the world me would lose to 40 ranked me. So, it's interesting. I feel like I'm a better athlete, but it's just shit happens. But it doesn't reflect my overall standard of play. It doesn't really reflect who I am as a person. It doesn't reflect the hard work I put in. It doesn't actually reflect anything that represents me. So I don't really think about the rankings too much, but for the sake of this video, a lot of people's questions will be, oh, you play on the world circuit, what's your world ranking? In squash, the rankings have actually been done wrong for a very long time. I'll probably do a video on all this stuff later because a lot of people are interested in how the tour works. So yeah, ignore the rankings, guys. Just look at the standard of matches that are played at these tournaments. So yeah, that's me. I am gonna put a little question box on my social media for any questions that you might want to ask me, because I'll do a Q&A after this video. So I want to just keep this semi-short and sweet, so it's not too boring, but it just gives you a bit of insight as to who I am and what kind of videos I'll be sharing on the internet on YouTube rather than my Instagram and TikTok. If there's anything you want to know about, or if you have any questions and don't want to put it on social media, just put it in the little comment box on here. And yeah, I'm excited, and I'll see you guys around.